Namaste yogis. Can you quite believe it? It is day 30 of Yoganuary. So today and tomorrow's sessions, for the last 2 days of the challenge, they're going to incorporate the whole body, all the principles we've learned so far, and flow. Today will be a Vinyasa style flow, aligning the chakras, and tomorrow will be a yin style practice to really just deepen into those areas of the whole body. So to start, bring yourself over, just rest on your knees for a moment, close down the eyes, take a few cleansing breaths. Deep inhale through the nose, open the mouth and exhale. Tune into the rhythm of the breath, tune into how the body feels. And knowing that you've arrived at day 30, take a moment of gratitude for yourself, for being the fierce warrior to power through up until this point. Showing up every day on the mat, a moment of gratitude for yourself. Allow this to be a reminder of your strength, of your commitment, and how you allow yourself to honour your body. Slowly flutter the eyelids open and connect to your Ujjayi breath if it's something that you continue to work with. It's in and out through the nose with a slight constriction at the back of the throat. Once you've connected to this breath, allow this to be a reminder through the practice. Anytime your mind starts to wander or you forget to breathe, bring your awareness back into the breath. Really connect to the body in this practice today. Slowly start to wiggle the bum in between the heels. So the feet will just come out slightly. Bring the hands behind the body. Fingertips facing the toes. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and allow the heart to be sent upwards. Take a deep inhale to prepare, and exhale, see if you can bend through the elbows to lower the body down slightly. Feel free to stay here or wherever is comfortable, but if you'd like to reach all the way down, allow the body to fall. Tuck the tailbone under so you closing the gap in the lower back. Notice the stretch in the hip flexors. Breathe here, arms facing outwards, palms up to the sky. Deep belly breath. When you're ready to come out, push into the elbows, tuck the chin to the chest and roll yourself up, slowly to come back into a seated position. Bring the hands round in front of the face, shoulders stacked over the wrist, hips stacked over the knees. Inhale to lower the belly, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, neutral spine. Draw the right knee towards the nose and step the foot in between the hands. Tuck the tailbone under and inhale to reach up with the hands. Option to take a side stretch here or open out into a twist. In today's flow, I invite you to use some of the principles we've worked with over the last month and move in the positions where it feels nice. If you like to work with twists, twist. If you like to stay still and deepen the stretch, deepen that stretch. Work with your body today. Work with your flow. Inhale to reach up through the crown of the head. Exhale, frame the front foot. Push back Onto the heel, straighten that right leg into half splits. Inhale, reach forward with the heart, and exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Toes pointing towards the face, and breathe. Inhale to reach the heart forward, and slide the foot in a straight line back towards the bum, so the sit bones are now placed on the floor. Bring the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale to draw the hands up overhead, and exhale to fold forward. Feel free to bend the knee if it's more comfortable for you. Again, a reminder to tune into you and your body for this practice today. Deep belly breaths, leading with the heart to reach forward. Inhale, reach the hands up overhead. Bring the left hand behind the bottom, push into the floor, and inhale to lift the hips high. Allow the right hand to fall back behind the body. Take a breath here. And if you would like to use some core strength, push into the floor, lift the left knee off the mat, and bring yourself to a side plank position. Option to stay here or lift the right leg to challenge the balance. Engage the core. Slowly lower the leg, take the gaze down to the left hand. Bring the right hand down to the mat into a plank. Exhale, move through your Vinyasa. The Vinyasa you've been working with over the month. If you want to lower the knees, lower the knees. If you'd like to do a full chaturanga, do a chaturanga. Come into downward facing dog. Bend the knees, bring the toes to touch. Sit the hips back into child's pose. Take a cleansing breath. Allow yourself to arrive in this space. Inhale, draw the heart forward. Back into tabletop. One round of cat-cow. Inhale to lower the belly. Gaze to the sky. Exhale, arch the spine. Chin to chest. Back to neutral spine. Bring the left knee in between the hands. Inhale to lift. Low lunge. Knees stacked over ankle. Tailbone tucked under. Option to take a side stretch or a twist if you wish. Move with your rhythm. Move with your breath. Exhale, frame the front foot. Push back into half splits, toes towards the face. Inhale, lead with the heart, reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold deeper. Engage the kneecap, draw it upwards to release the hamstring muscles behind. Sliding the hips back, bring yourself to a seated position, right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Keep the toes flexed, inhale, reach the hands up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, half, forward fold. Notice if one side feels different to the other, but notice without judgment. Twist the body towards the direction it's going, heart towards the toes. Breathe. Inhale, lift the hands up to the sky. Bring the right hand behind the body. Push into the mat and lift the hips high. Option to drape the left hand over the head. If you'd like to challenge your core, lift the right leg up off the mat, bringing yourself into a side plank. Option to lift the left leg to work that core some more. Take your gaze down to your right hand and bring the left one down to the mat. Realign if you need to into your plank pose. Option to lower the knees or move through a full vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lower the knees, bring the knees out wide, toes to touch. Wide leg child's pose. Push into the hands and inhale to draw the heart up towards the chest. Release the toes so they come as wide as the mat. Allow the hips to fall forward, draw the shoulders away from the ears, high cobra. Exhale, push back, child's pose, toes to touch. Inhale, ripple forward, feet out wide, shoulders away from the ears, high cobra. Exhale, child's pose. One more round like this. Inhale forward into cobra. Really feel into the hips. And exhale, child's pose. Bring yourself forward, tuck the toes, push back, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet if you need to. Send the hips high to the sky. Take an inhale to prepare and exhale, draw the right knee towards the right hand. Place the foot on the outside of the hand. Push through the heel of the left foot into your lizard lunge. You might want to take some gentle sways here if it's comfortable. Or you might want to lower the left knee, cartwheel open the right hand and take a quad stretch, sinking the hips deep. If you'd like to go further in this pose, come onto the outside of the right foot. Take your gaze back behind the body. If you've got the foot held, bring it back, plant the feet and step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, come into your yogic squat. Sink deep with the hips, draw tall through the crown of the head. No worries if your heels are not touching the floor, do the best you can. Accept where your body is at today. Breathe here. Take some gentle sways from side to side, feel into the hips. Ground down through the hands and this time step the right foot back, come into your lizard lunge on the other side. Push through the heel of the right foot, stretch through the right hip flexor. Option to lower the knee down to the floor and cartwheel the hand open to grab a hold of the foot. Sink the hips deep. Option to come on the outside of the left foot. Take the gaze back behind the body. Release the foot, plant the palms, push in to that right foot and swing yourself back into downward dog. Inhale, ripple forward into plank. Exhale, lower the knees or move through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, take the gaze forward. Step, hop or jump to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Option to grab a hold of either elbows and sway from side to side. Bend the knees if you'd like and bring the weight into the balls of the feet. Release the hands and slowly ripple up. Come to a standing position at the top of the mat. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, reach down through the fingertips. Ground down through the feet, grow tall through the crown of the head. Take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose Exhale, let it go. Inhale to reach the hands up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw tall through the crown of the head, spine long. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, sweep the hands up, take the gaze to the thumb. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, swoop up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands up to the sky. And exhale, hands into heart center, sinking the hips down into a chair. Ground down through the feet. Draw tall through the crown of the head. And exhale to twist over the right side. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Sink deeper with the hips and breathe. Transfer the weight into the right foot. Lift the left foot up high and step it back into a twisted lunge position. Reach through the crown of your head. Twist a little bit deeper and breathe. Release the hands and cartwheel them round to the back of the room, opening out into your warrior two. Deepen through that front leg. Open out and say hello to your big toe. Shoulders away from the ears. Gaze down the middle finger. The warrior staring back at you, reminding you of your strength and your commitment to the practice this month, and to yourself most importantly. Straighten the front leg. Reach forward with the hand and lower down. Place the right hand on the shin. Open out the shoulders, reach up to the sky. Ground down through the feet and breathe. Take your gaze down to the feet. Cartwheel this left hand down to the mat. Pivot on the ball of the left foot. Bend through the right knee. Open out into an easy twist. Take the gaze over the right shoulder. Take your gaze back down to the floor. Frame the front foot and step the left foot in slightly. All 10 toes facing the front of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift, lengthen through the spine, and exhale to fold over the front leg in your pyramid pose. Doesn't matter where you are in this pose, keep the hips square. If your chest is parallel to the mat, that's okay. Go to your body, accept where you're up to. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bring the left hand over the foot and open out into a twist. Take the gaze up to the sky. Draw the kneecaps up, engage the legs. Bend through the right knee and slowly start to lift the left leg up off the mat. Ground down through the feet and come into your reverse half moon. Enjoy all the wobbles and just have a little bit of fun. Bring the hands into the heart center if you can. And bring the left foot towards the right in a twisted chair pose. Inhale, sweep the hands up to the sky. Keep a deep bend in the knees. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Close down the eyes, take an awareness phase. Notice how the body feels. Notice without judgment. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach to the sky, take the gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, hands through heart center, sink the hips, chair pose. Twist over to the left hand side. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Sink the hips down. Transfer the weight into the left foot and step back into a twisted high lunge. Ground down through the feet and cartwheel the hands open to warrior two, left leg forward. Bend deep through the knees, take the gaze down the middle finger and breathe. The warrior within reminding you of your strength and your commitment. Straighten the front leg, reach the left arm forward and fold down into a triangle pose. Reach the right hand up to the sky, open out the shoulders and breathe. Engage the legs, ground down through the feet. Cartwheel the right hand back behind the body. Pivot on the right foot. Place the hand down to the mat. Bend through the left knee. Open out to the left. Easy twist. Frame the front foot and step the right foot in slightly. All 10 toes facing the front of the mat. Hips square. Inhale, halfway lift and exhale, fold. Rest your hands on the shin or on the floor, wherever is comfortable. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring the right hand over the left foot and open out into a twisted position. Gaze at the left fingertips if it's comfortable. Notice if this side feels any different to the last. Maybe there are a few more wobbles. There is for me on this side. Ground down through the feet. Start to bend through that left foot. Left knee. Inhale to reach. Inhale to reach the right leg high. Open out into a reverse half moon. Continue to breathe. Engage the feet. Engage the legs. To challenge your balance, bring the hands into heart center. Bend through the knee, step the right foot back into a twisted chair. Inhale, reach the hands up to the sky. Sink deep with those hips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands up to the sky, take the gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Take a deep cleansing breath. In through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Notice how the body feels. Inhale, sweep the hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back into plank. Option to lower the knees or move through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lower the knees, open them out wide, toes to touch. Sit back, child's pose. Take a few breaths to rest and reset. Inhale to bring the self back up into a tabletop, this time transferring the weights, the hips all the way to the floor.
Lower down, make a pillow with the hands, bring the feet together. Wiggle the hips from side to side. Start to settle into the mat. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. And using the lower back muscles, inhale to reach up with the heart. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. If you're using the back muscles, you should be able to lift the hands up off the floor. Breathe here and exhale, release. Same again, inhale to lift, exhale, release. Inhale to lift. This time bring the hands behind the body, interlace the fingers and push back with the knuckles. Open out the chest. Breathe here for 2 deep breaths. And release. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders and push up into the mat. Lift into a full cobra pose. Draw the elbows close to the body and breathe. Exhale, release. Bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide and envision you pushing yourself forward without moving. It helps draw the belly button down to the mat and draws the shoulders away from the ears. Option to stay here, or if you're going to stay here, close down the eyes and bring the awareness into the heart center. Breathe deep into this space. If you're happy to rest here for a few moments. If you would like to work more with opening the back and opening the heart, ground down into the left hand. Inhale to lift the right leg and swoop the right hand back behind the body. Take a hold of the right ankle. Keep the hips grounded and push the foot into the hand to lift the knee slightly. Bring the gaze to the front of the mat. Breathe here for 2 breaths. Exhale, release. Bring the right elbow down to the mat. Lift both knees and windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Lower them down, ground down through the right forearm. Lift the left leg and swoop the left hand back behind the body. Push the foot into the left hand and lift the knee slightly for 2 breaths. Exhale, release. Elbow under shoulder. Lower the chest down to the mat. Lift the knees, windshield wiper them from side to side. Lower the legs, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, push back into child's pose. Really stretch through the fingers and allow the hips to sink onto the heels. Inhale to push up into tabletop. Tuck the toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Option to stay here or move through one final vinyasa. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees generously. Take the gaze through the hands. Step, hop or jump to a seated position at the front of the mat. Ground down through the sit bones. Really sit on your sit bones here. Take a cleansing breath. Notice how the body feels. Bring the right leg out long and the left leg stacked on top. If this is enough for you, feel free to stay here, knees aligned with one another. If you'd like to deepen the hip stretch, bend through the left leg so both heels of the feet are at either side of your hips. Don't worry if there's a gap in between your knees, that is okay. Inhale to lift the left hand over the head and allow the palm to rest at the back of the neck. Use the right arm to open out the shoulder. Inhale to grow tall through the crown of the head. Breathe into this space. Stretching the full body here, the full upper body. Release the hands, and this time bring the left arm underneath the right and take a bind into eagle arms. Inhale to lift the elbows parallel with the shoulders to open out the back muscles. If you'd like to take a few flows here, feel free to inhale to lift up and exhale to fold forward. Inhale, reach up. Take the gaze back behind the body and exhale to fold forward. If you'd like to remain still and really feel into this pose, feel free to do so. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Slowly unravel the arms, bring them back behind the body. Sit back slightly to be able to uncross the legs. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Ground down through the hands, ground down through the feet, and inhale to lift the hips high. Take the head and flop it backwards. Lift the hips and exhale to release. Left leg out long, right knee over the thigh. Option to stay here or to deepen the stretch, bend at the left knee, heels on either side. Ground down through the sit bones and inhale to lift the right hand up overhead. Bend at the elbow and use the left hand to pull slightly to open out underneath the left shoulder blade, the right shoulder blade, sorry. If you've noticed, I am quite bad with my left and right. So I do apologise if there's been any confusion over the last 30 days. Take a deep breath, feel into the stretch. Release the arms, bring the right arm underneath the left, wrap them round into your eagle arms, lift the elbows aligned with the shoulders. Breathe here. Our option to take a few rounds of inhale to reach back, exhale to fold forward if that is comfortable. Otherwise, stay deep in this pose, opening out the shoulder blades, long neck, drawing tall through the crown of the head. Release the arms, bring them back behind the body. Unravel the legs and windshield wiper them from side to side. Keep the knees upright. Bring the heels close to the sit bones. Engage the lower belly and tuck under the tailbone to roll down. Chin towards the chest, vertebrae by vertebrae. Take a moment to notice how the body feels in this position. Palms face up. Ground down through the feet and inhale to push the hips high to the sky in bridge. Option to stay here or interlace the hands behind the body, rocking up onto the shoulders, opening that heart a little bit more, really pushing through the hips. One more deep breath. Release the hands, send the hips down to the floor, windshield wiper the legs from side to side. final pose for today is shoulder stand. So if you know how to move into that pose, feel free to do it now. Otherwise, take a moment to just watch the demonstration. Ground down through the hands and slowly start to rock the knees up overhead. Bring the hands onto the back of the spine. Draw tall through the hips, lengthen through the spine, and slowly start to lift the legs up. Keep the gaze directly upwards. And breathe. Slowly start to lower the knees back towards the forehead, and if you can rest here for a couple of breaths, feel free to do so. Maybe you'd like to lower the hands down to the mat. Keeping the legs close towards the body, start to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring the feet down to the mat and open out the knees. Bring the hands onto the lower belly. Take a few deep cleansing breaths. When you're ready, bring the legs out long, as wide as the mat. Hands down to the floor, palms facing up. Allow the whole body to become heavy into the earth, safe and grounded. Stay here for a little bit longer if you have the time. Otherwise, start to wiggle the fingers and the toes to bring some awareness back into the body. Rock the head from side to side. And reach the hands up overhead. Take a full body stretch. Exhale to release. Roll yourself over onto one side. Push into the hands and bring yourself up to a seated position. Keep the eyes closed if it's comfortable for you. Draw tall through the crown of the head. And bring the awareness into the sit bones. Notice the connection between you and the earth. I am safe. Deep cleansing breath in and out. Awareness slightly higher, just below the navel. I am passionate. Cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Awareness now above the navel, center of fire. I am powerful. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Into the heart center. I am abundant with love.
Cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Awareness into the throat this time. I speak truth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Awareness in between the eyebrows, the third eye. I trust my intuition. Cleansing breath. Now to the crown of the head. I am connected to the higher power. In through the nose. Open the mouth and breathe. Bring the hands into heart center. Reach up through the fingertips. Take the gaze to the thumbs. Draw the hands down in between the eyebrows. Connect to your intuition. Trust your power. Draw a line down into the heart center. Honor exactly how you feel. Inhale. Exhale. Connect the heart with the mind and the mind with the heart. I bow to the warrior that radiates from you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for that full body flow. I hope you've enjoyed Yoganuary. We've still got one more video to do. So come back tomorrow for a full body yin practice to align the chakras. Thank you, thank you. Have a magical day.